Parent Club 33 member, we would love you forever if you could get us. I'm Melissa.
I'm Jillian.
And I'm David.
And this week's video is about transportation available in and around the Disneyland Resort. And before we get going, I am challenging everyone who watches this video to donate $5, just $5. Skip your Starbucks today and donate that money to the Alzheimer's Association. Link will be in the description. Because we are raising money for the walk to end Alzheimer's. And so again, transportation. So Disney World is huge and they have so many transportation options. Whatever you're doing, they have tons of transportation. One of the questions,
monorail, buses, minivans,
Lyft in and around the resort. A lot of times I get asked, well, how do you get around at the Disneyland Resort? Well, because if you're staying on property, you don't have to. You just walk wherever you're going.
Because the Disneyland hotels are like,
They're right there.
yeah.
here, parks.
But what if you're not staying in a Disneyland Resort hotel? How do you get to the park? So we're going to cover that. One option is, for people like us, we only live 8 hours away, so we drive. They have parking garages at the Disneyland Resort, and they have a parking lot at the Disneyland Resort. We normally opt for parking in the Mickey and Friends parking garage because even if it's closed to the public, we can. So if you pull up and it's closed, if you have a disability parking permit, like we do, like I do, either on your car or one of the hook things, you can park in there even if they have it closed to the public because they have space saved for disabled people to park in there. So just tell them, hey, you have the parking plaque, or show them your parking placard if you have it, or if it's on your car, we just tell them, look at our license plate, we're disabled parking, and they let us in. They now have opened the Pixar Pals parking garage next to the Mickey and Friends. We have not parked there yet. We've only seen it when we've parked there when they were getting ready to open it. I've heard
so cute.
The theming is all Pixar related. I've heard it's not as easy to navigate as the Mickey and Friends, so we'll have to check that out and let you know for sure. But that is available.
Same structure. How is it?
I've heard for disabilities it's not easy to navigate. Anyway, they now have the new tram center where you can go meet the trams.
And it's so pretty, and all the characters on the back wall.
It's covered, so you're not standing out in the sun. And you go meet the tram, and the tram will take you to downtown Disney, where you exit and then go to your parks or downtown Disney, whatever you're doing. Mm-hmm. And the trams are completely wheelchair safe. You can stay in, you can transfer.
Whatever you want to do.
And the tram is my favorite way to get to the parks. So
You
just
know,
some tips on going through security. Have your bags open, including if you have little pouches, like sometimes I'll have stuff divided into little pouches. Have those open because they have to look through all of them, unless it's clear. If it's clear and they can see through it, that's fine. So another tip is to use Ziploc baggies to put stuff in, so then it's clear. But have all of your bags open, so that way they can look through them easily. Go through the list on the website of what you can and cannot bring in, so you know what you can. I'm hearing all the time.
Everything.
I mean, we even get caught with that. Like he was saying, no, you can't. We couldn't bring our tripod in because it's a selfie stick. I didn't even know it went up. I only used it as
They did. Somehow they did. They
tripod.
were like, oh, no. Look, because
I
it
only
extends
use
this
it
way.
like
And we're
this.
like, what?
I didn't even know it did that. I bought it because it said it was a tripod and it went out like this, and that's the way I used it. So I had to buy a new one that I could take into the park because I didn't know it extended up high I didn't.
Yeah, so that
I won't
was our
forget the
fault.
look on his face when security was like, "Oh no, you can't bring this in." He was like,
Why not? He's
It's a
like, because he's like, it's a selfie stick. See? I'm like, I didn't even know it did that.
"That was the face."
I
too."
didn't either. I knew it went out and sat there, and that's how I used it.
And all three of us were like,
this is what security told us the difference between a tripod and a selfie stick is. If it extends up more than it extends down, it's a selfie stick.
Right. So if your tripod extends up higher than it extends down lower, you can't take it in. But you can take in tripods if it extends down lower than it extends up. So
like,
check your equipment, because I did not realize ours did that, and so we couldn't take it in. Once you can also from there, if you don't want to take the tram, they have the Mickey van. Which is only for people with disabilities. So you can use a stroller as a wheelchair, and those are the people that you'll see. If you see strollers in, it's people using strollers as a wheelchair. They have a red tag they can get to mark their stroller as a wheelchair. They have the ability to lock down your wheelchair, and so you can stay in your wheelchair. You don't have to transfer. I don't
Or
really
ECV.
Or well, ECV you still have to transfer, but I have been on it in my personal mobility scooter. And then they have seat belts they make you wear, but I don't like the bus as much as I like the tram, so we always take the tram.
except for this last trip,
But the bus is an option. Yeah, we didn't go on the tram this last trip.
I was sad.
The next parking option you have is the Toy Story parking lot, which is off of Harbor Boulevard. And it is buses from there to the resort. Both the parking garage and Toy Story are currently, Disney changes prices all the time, but currently it's $25 per day per vehicle. And you can buy it ahead of time online and on your app, and it'll just go to your app, and that's how I do it. Or you can pay when you go. It's the same price either way. And then they have other prices for like bigger vehicles, for like RVs and stuff, but for just a regular car, passenger vehicle, currently it's $25 per car per day. At Toy Story lot, you go onto the bus, and the bus takes you, and you go in from the other side of the Disney
The
park.
east side of the complex, instead of coming in from the west side where downtown Disney is.
Right. And then all the resort hotels drop off there, and that's where like their taxi pickup area is. Like if you need to take an Uber or a Lyft, that's where you go. And then that's where the drop off is for this last form of transportation we're going to cover, called the ART, or Anaheim Resort Transit buses. Now, these are blue buses, the ART buses. They are not the city buses. We got that confused when we first get there. You're not getting on the city bus. You're getting on the ART bus, which is blue, and it still kind of looks like they still are city buses, but they're blue and they say ART instead of Orange County, whatever it says.
OCT.
They have an app. I highly suggest you download it. You can buy your passes on there.
You can
All
put
you do
your
is show him-
passes in groups.
And then all you have to do is show them your phone. It was really easy. They just looked at my phone, saw I had 4 passes, and let us on. The kneeling buses, and they have, depending upon which bus line you're on, they have the ones with the lift.
Could you do me a favor and hold this?
on both there for various routes and going in and going out. They are not supposed to push you on the bus or off, but they will if you ask them or if you need it. Like, she was struggling with me a lot when it was just her. And
I'm
they would
sorry.
help.
It's like this big. The wheelchair's like this big.
Yeah, it was hard for her to get it positioned. We had a really great driver, Chris.
He was awesome. He was funny.
He was really awesome. He was like asking us if we needed pictures of the bus, and we had already done pictures and video the other day, and so I didn't need all that.
He was asking us questions, and then he found out we were YouTubers.
It was such a great experience. Some of the bus drivers, it's like with anything. Some are really friendly, they'll talk to you, some aren't. You have to fold up your stroller. FYI, it's now a state of California law. They cannot let you have the stroller on open. There were people that kept trying to do it. They can't let you. So if you're taking art, fold up the stroller, get your kids and all your stuff out, fold up the stroller. You have to do it. If you download the app, if you are disabled, they have a special rate for seniors and people with disabilities. They did not ask either of us for ID, so if you look like you're disabled, have a cane, have a wheelchair, they won't ask you for to prove it, but they do state on their website and their app that if you are claiming the disability rate, you need to have like a Medicare card or your state of California disability transportation card, which I wouldn't have being from Arizona, but I do have my Medicare card, which I did have with me, but they never asked for it. It was a very easy experience. They do take cash if you don't want to do it that way, but I don't see why you wouldn't. It's really easy. You just pay on there. You can do per day, or you can do per ride, or you can do a 3-day pass or a 5-day pass. I did a 5-day pass because we were there for multiple days. We didn't end up using it, but I had it in case I needed it. You have to activate it when you're getting ready to get on the bus, and then you just show it to the driver. It's really easy. It's very easy to get around to and from the park if you're staying at one of the Good Neighbor hotels or a little bit further off. We a lot of times will stay further away. That way we can get food going to and from. And the hotels tend to be cheaper a little bit further away from the resort, you know, if we're trying to save on money. I would rather pay $100 for parking. So say our hotel is $100 a night. And then we're going to be at the resort for 3 days. But we got... but we're normally in the hotels for 5 days. So it's $500 for the hotel. 3 days of parking is $75. So $575 versus $150 to $200 a night for a hotel closer by. You know, I can use that money on souvenirs or buying stuff, like ears or, whatever, versus paying more for a hotel that's closer, but I'm going to pay for parking. Or for the art was for the regular people is $6 a day for adults, but for me, because it's disabled, is $250. So that's even cheaper for the three of us versus taking the car and driving. So it's still cheaper to do that, but we got a pretty good hotel deal. I book through Shopkick and earn Shopkick points through hotels.com, and that's how I booked this, so I can save toward a future trip. There's different little tips and tricks, and I'm going to do a video on all my tips and tricks on saving money for a Disneyland vacation, so keep your eye out for that. Check out our other videos. Do you have any questions about transportation in and around the Disneyland Resort? Once you're there, how you get there? Ask us. If I don't know, I will go find the answer for you, most likely. But that's been our experience. It's pretty easy. Just go, don't be afraid. You'll be able to get around and have fun. So let us know, what's your favorite way to get around when you're at the Disneyland Resort? Is it the buses? Is it the trams? Do you take your own car? Do you stay at a Good Neighbor hotel that's really close and walk? Do you use art? Let us know.
Personal helicopter?
Personal, yeah. If you do use a personal helicopter, I need you to become my close personal friend because you must have money.
And you're probably a Club 33 member too.
And can get me in. If you're watching this and you're a Club 33 member and can get me in.
Us.
Okay.
Us.
Can get us in. If you're watching this and you're a Club 33 member, we would love you forever if you could get us.
Us.
Okay, me and whoever wants to push my wheelchair. How about that? Thank you for joining us today and watching our video. If you're new here, hit that subscribe and
Welcome to the crew.
hit the like, leave us a comment, have a magical day. Make sure you hit that subscribe and the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video or go live. You can become a patron on our Patreon page and support Disabled Disney. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate all the likes, comments, and subscribes. And if you haven't yet, give us a like, give us a comment, and thank you again. Click on the video in your right-hand corner to see more from Disabled Disney.